Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. These guys and their fanboys think that, Andy Ruiz is just an easy fight. He's just another guy that got lucky against a top level fighter. He's basically a bum. This is what they believe. And you say, well, no, I haven't heard Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder say that. Well, Tyson Fury was quoted according to BoxingScene.com as stating, I think me and Deontay Wilder would beat Andy Ruiz quite comfortably. Basically saying they believe they'd go in there and blow out Andy Ruiz. Now, they're making the same mistake that Anthony Joshua may have made, whether they made it or not. They're overlooking Andy Ruiz Jr. And if you look at Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, maybe they would be favored in the fight with Andy Ruiz Jr. But you have to look at it like this. We don't know how good Andy Ruiz Jr. is. He fought Joseph Parker, and most people felt he won that fight. He fought Anthony Joshua and caught him with a shot that Anthony Joshua couldn't recover from. So Andy Ruiz Jr. is a special fighter. He's a unified heavyweight champion of the world, regardless of what anyone says. And indeed, the same guys saying that they would believe that these guys would blow out Andy Ruiz Jr. are the same guys that said, oh, you can't give Anthony Joshua excuses. It wasn't luck. So if it wasn't luck and Andy Ruiz beat a unified champion, an elite level fighter, wouldn't that make him elite? Wouldn't that put him up there with these guys? Because, I've heard a fanboy say that, Deontay Wilder isn't technically as flawed as I thought. First of all, if Deontay Wilder wasn't technically as flawed as you thought, then why was he losing rounds to, Eric Molina? Why did he get rocked by Eric Molina? Explain that. You can't. See, you have to understand and you have to be honest and unbiased that you don't lose rounds to Eric Molina. You don't lose rounds to El Gallo Negro, Gerald Washington. How do you lose rounds to him? Explain that, because Deontay Wilder has major flaws, and if you know anything about boxing, you know that he has those flaws. Just because he slept Dominic Breazeale in the first round with a big right hand, a guy who's defensively deficient, means nothing. Because we all know that Dominic Breazeale made his bones and his name in the boxing world by being able to take punishment. That is how he's become famous. So it was no wild, misunderstanding or anything like that. Everyone knew that he was going to leave his chin open and eventually get caught. It just happened in the first round. So you have to be honest and unbiased. When Luis Ortiz is 40 years old, and the fact that he took Deontay Wilder into 10 rounds and almost stopped him in the 7th. We've never seen Andy Ruiz in that kind of trouble. And you look at Deontay Wilder, he was out on his feet in the 7th round, even to the point where you look at the corner, the ref, the doctors, they gave him time to recover. And this was in New York. So if that's your view, then why didn't they give Anthony Joshua time to recover against Andy Ruiz? See, you have to be honest and unbiased. You can't pick and choose when a guy gets special treatment. You can't pick and choose when a guy gets able to recover. And you look at Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury did beat Vladimir Klitschko. Yes, he did. He beat a current reigning champion. But the funny thing is, he ducked the rematch. He signed on, he pulled out, he found every reason to avoid, Vladimir Klitschko in the rematch. And Anthony Joshua actually stopped Klitschko. See, people try to give Anthony Joshua no credit for the Klitschko fight when Tyson Fury refused to give him a rematch. Yeah, he may have signed the contract, but he pulled out. He found every reason in the book not to fight Klitschko again. Even when Fury came back, he wanted to fight Wilder when Klitschko was available. But Klitschko was done with Fury at that point, because every time he tried to get Tyson Fury in the ring, Fury ran from that rematch. Let's be honest and unbiased about that, because at the end of the day, Tyson Fury is a bum basher. We don't know how good or bad Tyson Fury is because he likes to bum bash too much. He's not fighting top levels of opposition. He's fighting Deontay Wilder, the most technically flawed man in boxing. Yes, he has a big right hand, but that's his only threat. And so when you have a pure boxer, the type of skill that Tyson Fury has, his specialty is fighting a guy like Deontay Wilder. His specialty may not be against a guy like Andy Ruiz, who's smaller, who's crafty, who has elite level hand speed, who can do things that he's never experienced in the ring. Because just like Tyson Fury moves in a different and special way than any other heavyweight, Andy Ruiz does the same with that blazing hand speed. He has Manny Pacquiao style hand speed, but at heavyweight, that is a problem for most heavyweights. He also got up against the canvas against an Anthony Joshua. So just like Fury got up off the canvas against Wilder, Andy Ruiz got up against Joshua, and he didn't actually just get up and, go to a decision, he got up and stopped him. At the end of the day, they're not giving Andy Ruiz enough credit. And, whether you believe Andy Ruiz would win or lose, the fact that Andy Ruiz would put up a better fight than a Tom Schwartz. Andy Ruiz would put up a better fight than an Arthur Spilka, than a Gerald Washington, than most of these bums that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury has fought. And I do believe that Andy Ruiz has a significant chance to beat either one of them. I think a lot of people are overrating Tyson Fury based off of a Tom Schwartz win, and I think Tyson Fury is a top-level, elite-level fighter. But shouldn't Andy Ruiz enter that discussion, beating a proven world champion, stopping him, getting up off the canvas, battling back? Andy Ruiz has proven a lot, and yet he's still being overlooked. Once again, Unbiased, as always, it's the IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.